Hi, my name is Roberto, and I'll be presenting this presentation about two great nations, like the differences and other stuff about Guatemala and India. So I noticed that many of you do not know where Guatemala is. So I want to talk to you about their history. Turns out that Guatemala was found when Christopher Columbus was trying to find India. And so, yeah, it turns out that people native to Guatemala are also called Indians because of that same reason. Both regions have a very old history. This right here, I forget the name of it. There's a city somewhere that is about 1,000 years old, and it's about 3,000 years old, Tikal City, in the northern region of Guatemala. Territory and resources. As you can see, Guatemala is very small compared to India, right? About, I don't know, 20 times smaller or so. It's actually smaller than the state of Karnataka. So you can now have like an idea of how small it is. We sell different things, you know, nickel and stuff. And, okay, so you guys know where India is, but Guatemala is all the way on the other side of the world. And it's surrounded by Mexico, Belize, El Salvador, and Honduras. Yeah, it's pretty small. You don't get to see it here, but it's tiny. Both countries have a lot of ecosystems and beautiful places to see, and both places don't really take a step further to maintain these places, and it's something that both countries should work on. Diversity. Even though Guatemala is smaller than India, it's about a little bit more diverse than India itself. We have about 23 native languages, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have more, but they're just not recognized as official languages. And so, yep. In terms of GDP, holy cow, right? Like trillions, but I don't know, per capita we make a little bit more than all of you guys. Yeah. Also problems within the two countries. Okay, so now we have an import and export. See, they're about the same ratios. They're for their sizes, they're about the same ratios of consumption and production. Yeah. We were also influenced or sometimes controlled by certain countries in Europe. We lost about a fourth of the country because we were invasion of yeah, so Belize only speaks English because of this. So, education. Both countries are highly uneducated. Guatemala is about 70% literate, and India is about 60%. So that's a big problem between both countries, and should be addressed. Because not only does it affect the GDP, but it also affects the lives of everyone in the country. And here is a comparison of the percentage of GDP used in both countries for education and for the military, which I found very like, I was looking online and saw how India is building new planes, and yeah, with Russia, and they're spending a lot of money. So poverty in both countries is very horrible. It's all over the place. Can you tell which one is Indian and which one is native of Guatemala? You can tell. But they look similar. I mean, they're on the same conditions and all. But where does it end? You know, like poverty. Like both countries are highly developed in the cities, but we have like networks, wireless networks, 3G, speeds, everything. But we don't have potable water in some of the rural areas. Which is like an oxymoron, isn't it? Like we have the nicest, awesomest technology everywhere. And we're also supposed to have democracy. But do we really have democracy? When you're like pushed down and not telling you, and you're not allowed to speak up. I'm pretty sure if you guys try to say something, your government's not going to allow you. And also corruption that we have in both countries. is horrific. I was talking to a friend of mine about how the accounts of the officials in India were seized, and just the interest accumulated by these accounts equals the GDP, annual GDP of India, and just the interest of all the money of the officials. And I would like to ask you guys: are these issues unsolvable, or can we step up and make small changes to make our lives better and make the country work better, and increase? And you first have to step back and see who's holding you back, and understand what the problems are, especially with your officials and everyone that they just get on power, take money away, and they don't really care about the population going and the problems of the cities and all the things. So one of the solutions I think of is education. So I'm working with Roberto, and this is a non-profit organization that is providing education for people or kids that don't have the opportunities or the privilege to be born in such places. And advice is baby steps. It's better than having a revolution. Baby steps are way better. Like Guatemala tried to have a complete revolution in the 50s, and it was completely overthrown. As you can see everywhere else, Libya and places like that, there are being a lot of massacres going on, and that's the end of it.